Okay, fine. Okay, so till now it's clear, right? What we are going to do? I think, yeah, Rajni also joined. Hello, Rajni. Okay, Sridevi will not join. Soljana will not join. Okay, fine. So now what we are going to do? We are going to inform to the driver to select from and to. From should be BLR, to should be Chennai. Okay. This is the statement. So I will just copy. Okay, fine. Because this is a driver. Will give me. Fine. So here we are going to inform to the driver to click on this element. We got the idea of this element. We will go here. We will inform driver dot
Find element.
Find element by dot ID. Doing this ID. And then we will tell dot click. Okay. So now the driver will come here and click here. Okay. After this, what we have to tell, we have to inform driver to select Bangalore. Okay. So now I want to inform him how he knows that where is Bangalore. Then I have to give the XPath of this particular city. Okay. If you see here, we are having
text.
Something text value also we are having, yes or no? So can we write XPath using a value as BLR?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Farhana, tell me how will you write XPath? So I will tell to driver, click on this from element and then go and select that BLR. So there is a value as BLR. Okay. So I'm trying to write the XPath using this value. Then how to write? Driver dot find element by dot XPath. Yeah, tell me.
Double slash tag
Sorry?
name. Double slash.
Okay.
Tag
So
name.
till now, how we were validating? If I want to validate whether whatever you are writing is correct or not, we are going to console, yes or no?
Yeah.
For example, it is XPath. Okay. So we used to keep dollar X because it is XPath. Okay. Then we used to write here. Okay. Tell me, Farhana. Double slash. No, your voice is not audible.
Hello.
Yeah, your voice is not audible.
Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, double slash tag name.
So it's tag name is A. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, A. Then bracket.
Square bracket. Yeah. Open and at the rate attribute.
Okay, value is the attribute, and then in
equal
single quotes BLR. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you see,
you have to give the double quotes.
Yeah. Sorry.
And close the brace.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Double quotes and close.
Okay. So now we see one element. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we know that. We know that when we go, we can see that element. Fine. So till now we are validating the XPath whatever we write using this console, which it is familiar to all. Now I will show you one more how to validate very easily. Okay. So now, simple. In Google Chrome, you have to install one add-in. What?
Adding.
Add in.
It is called as add-in. Okay, it is like extension of Google Chrome. It is nothing but CrowPath.
Mhm.
So you go to Google and just search for CrowPath download. What is it?
Chrome path down.
Crow,
Down.
not Chrome. It is
Down.
CrowPath download. Okay.
Okay.
When you click on that first link, you can see something. This is extension. What do you mean by extension? What do you mean by add-in? So add-in or extension, it's same. So this is additional feature which has for Chrome. Okay. For example, if you want to add some additional things, okay, then we call it as add-in. Okay, add-ins.
Mhm.
So here, if you see, this is a CrowPath add-in. Okay. So because already I have added, it is showing remove from Chrome. But when you search for CrowPath download in the Google and go and click on the first link, you can see a button here called install. Okay.
Okay.
So you just click on that, it will install immediately. Then you close the Chrome and open the Chrome. Okay.
Okay.
Understood, right?
Yeah.
Now assume I have opened again. Now CrowPath is installed in my system. So now when I want to find the XPath of this, you just right click here, inspect. Now you can see here. Now when you're seeing here, you can see something, 2 arrows here. Okay. Even in your system, you can see 2 arrows. When you click on these 2 arrows, you can see CrowPath.
Okay.
You can see CrowPath. When you right click on any web element, and when you click on inspect, you can see 2 arrow marks in the right side, and you can see CrowPath. You can click on that CrowPath, you can see something like this. Okay. Now here you can directly write the XPath, whatever you want to validate. For example, I'm writing the XPath again, /a @value is equal to BLR. See, it is giving me one element. So whatever element is highlighted here in green color is that element. Okay. For example, I will give different. I am giving LKO. See, it is highlighted in green or not?
Yeah.
So this is how we can also identify the elements using CrowPath. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
And also you can also copy here. It is also giving us some relative XPath. Okay. So in XPath, if you all remember, I was telling in XPath, there are 2 types of XPath. How many types?
2 types.
There are 2 types of XPath. One is absolute XPath, one is relative XPath.
Expert.
What is the first one?
Absolute expert.
Absolute expert and relative.
Absolute. Okay.
Mhm. Relative expert.
Next one is relative XPath. Okay. What is absolute XPath? Absolute XPath is nothing but it is starting from the node. For example, this is the relative XPath. Sorry, this is the ID. So see, even I can create my own XPath, or I can just copy the XPath which my CrowPath is automatically giving. It will work, no problem. Okay. See, now already you learned how to create the XPath. Okay.
Yeah.
But even CrowPath is suggesting you a relative XPath upon click on this element. What can be the relative XPath? Okay, you can just copy paste that one also, it will work, no problem. Assume in your company the CrowPath is not working, then you have to create your own XPath, right?
Yeah.
So you already learned how to create your own XPath. Okay.
Yeah.
So even though there is option in CrowPath to copy the relative XPath, you don't use that. You create your own XPath to gain knowledge and experience how to create. XPath. Okay,
Okay.
is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so now here we have given a XPath. This is called a relative XPath. This is called
Relative.
Relative XPath.
means here we don't know the details of the parent. We directly go to that specific element and create the XPath. Okay,
Okay.
but when I tell about relative XPath, how to find relative? See, not only crow path, without crow path also we can find the XPath. Okay, how simple? Right click on the element, go to copy. It is giving, see, copy XPath. Getting my point?
Yeah.
See, I'm copying the XPath. See, it is giving me a different XPath.
Yes.
Using this XPath also I can find. Okay. If I go to this element, if I go to copy, if I give copy full, see, this XPath is nothing but relative XPath. Okay, means it will go directly to that specific element. When I tell copy full XPath, this will give me absolute XPath starting from the node. See, it is starting from the HTML. So it is starting from this HTML, means from here starting. From here, it is telling HTML head, then go to body, then go to div, and then you go step by step till here it is telling. Okay, it is covering each and every point from starting. Okay, is that clear what I am telling? Do you find the difference between absolute XPath and relative XPath? Absolute XPath is nothing but it will start from the HTML tag, from the starting, and it will go till the element which we are looking. Okay. Okay, so if you see here from HTML, body, div, form, so this is all the whole in between. If you are using absolute XPath, if something is changing in between, for example, next time when a new build is coming and they have removed something in between, then it will not work. Okay, clear? So this is called relative XPath. The other one, this is called absolute XPath. Okay, so absolute XPath starts from the node and it travels till the element, but relative XPath, it will directly go to the element. Okay,
Okay.
is that difference clear?
Yes.
Okay, so we can copy XPath directly from the element also by right clicking and then copy, but we will not do all these things. Okay, we have an option, but we will not use. Why? Because we have to learn how to write XPath. Okay, fine. So now we have already created an XPath. How to create an XPath here? We were writing /a @ we can give value is equal to BLR. Okay, we know. So this is XPath. So I'm telling to my driver. After clicking on this, you have to click this. Okay. In the same way, after clicking this, he has to see now what happens. I'm clicking this. When I click this, automatically 2 is opening or I am opening?
Automatic.
Automatic.
It is automatically opening because after entering from, the user has to enter 2. So my developer has developed in such a way that again the user don't want to go and click on 2.
Okay.
It will automatically open. Okay, so here I can go inform that. Okay, then you go and select Chennai, means MEA. Okay. So for MEA, what is that? Inspect. If you see the value of it is MEA is the value, yes or no?
Yeah.
So now I can use the same by changing this. But here, see how many elements are finding?
2.
Why 2?
In from also the MA is available. So
Because in MA is available here also. Okay.
Yeah.
Here also MA is available. Okay, because this is the second window, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
When you are searching for BLR, okay, it was only one element, but here it is giving 2 elements. Okay.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
So now in this case, what we will do, so we know that first MAA is available here. So we don't want to take first MAA. Yes or no? We want to take the second MAA, which is available in
Yes.
2. So directly we can give like this. But it's not working. MAA, 2 elements. It is giving me 2 elements, but it is not finding. Fine. First, I will try to, because that window is closed, right? So it is unable to identify. I will just write this and we will run and see what error message comes. Okay. So I will tell driver dot find element by dot ID.
It's XPath, right?
Expert.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just run this and see what happens. Okay.
Okay.
Because it is in the background, it is trying to find 2 elements. Okay. But when we give to select the second one, it is unable to select. So we'll just run this and see. Okay. If it is not working, then we will see how to handle. So it is opening the Chrome. Did you all try it with different browsers also? How to handle? So it is clicking here. See? Yes or no?
Yeah.
It has automatically selected.
Okay.
So even though it is 2 elements, because the one element is not visible, it was already hidden, right? Because already that drop down was closed.
Selected and closed.
Yeah, from drop down was closed, so it was unable to identify. So we are able to use that directly. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Yes.
How to handle?
Yes.
So now,
Yes.
even if you want to create different cities, then I can go here and change different city. For example, I want to select GWL. Okay. And then I want to select some SXR. We can give here because the X path remains same, because by changing the value we can run. Why I changed, it's not confusion, right? It's clear, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this element, it is unable to identify. XSR. We'll try to find this XSR. So what it is telling? It is telling element click interrupted exception. It's telling drop down list. Okay. Exception the main. It is not telling that element not found. Okay. It is telling element click interrupted exception. So when it is clicking, there is some problem. Okay. So I will run once again and see. Just click, if you click on from, it will select whether the element is there or not. XSR. This is the one which you are arguing, right?
Yeah.
XSR. is there, but still it is unable to click. This is the one. It is so this is the value is XXR, which we gave. Okay, but it is telling element unable to click. Okay, fine. But we know that the X path is correct, right?
Yeah.
We'll cross verify once again the X path. For example, for us, if I give here MEAA, it was working, right? We'll just quickly check whether this is working or not. Or it is causing only problem for some cities, because sometimes what happens, they will restrict also, because this is real-time applications, right?
Yes.
So they will make some elements not clickable, even though it's visible. Okay, fine. So Chennai is working, but XSR is on. I will just try one more country, UDR, to just randomly. I'm just checking. Okay. I will tell you how to handle that case also. Okay. If something we know that the X path, whatever we gave, is correct to find that element uniquely. But when we do the actions, we are unable to do that actions. Okay. In that case, how to handle also, I will tell you now. But it's like it is able to identify the element, but it is unable to perform the actions on few of the elements. Okay. UDR also is not working. I will, okay. Fine. So in this case, but the X path, whatever we give, it's correct, right? We go here, UDR, inspect, it is having the value UDR. If I write here, grow path, if I go here, at the rate, value is equal to, okay, it is able to identify the element. So the X path, whatever we wrote is correct, but my driver is unable to do action on this element, okay, because of some restrictions. Okay. Then how to do? So now there is a feature, there is a functionality in Selenium where we can instruct driver to do some forceful actions. What?
Forceful action.
So we are telling a driver, anyways, you have to click that element. We are telling, we are forcing that driver to click on that. Okay.
Okay.
So for that, we have to write some additional code. Okay. So you can simple, so you know, when we will, you are in your mind, you should get an idea that you should use some concept called forceful. Okay. To inform driver to do some actions forcibly. Okay. Forcefully.
Okay.
In that case, you can just go to Google, then try. Okay. See what they are telling, click function does not clicks. Yes or no? Our problem also same, right? Click
Yes.
function does not clicks. Yes or no?
Yeah, yes.
So we can try some solution. They're using mouse actions, they are doing okay. Here is what you need to do. Movie click, okay. Move to element. So using mouse actions they are trying to do, but mouse actions we have not yet covered, right? Still we have not yet learned. So I will not tell mouse actions, but I will give you a different way. Okay. So what we can do? Okay. Here how to do is we are having something called JavaScript executor. What we are having?
JavaScript executor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JavaScript executor. For that, first we have to tell which element we have to click. For example, we have to click on this UDR. Okay. So I will just copy this. I will remove this. Okay. And then, so I want to save this and it is a web element. Yes or no? What type of variable it is?
Web element.
Web element.
Web element.
So I will just give some name to this. I'm giving just name as element. So this is a variable name which I'm giving, and this is a web element. See, web element. So we'll just copy the web element name and then paste it here. So this is a web element. I will import. Okay. So now I know that this element contains the
Yes.
information of the element on which we have to click. Okay.
Yes.
Now there is a concept called JavaScript executor. Okay. So it's JavaScript executor. Okay. We have to tell hey, execute on the driver. Okay.
That is exception.
Exception.
Sorry. JavaScript executor. Yeah, this one. Okay.
Mhm.
And then we have to give inform to driver to perform the action. And then we are just, I will give this to a variable execute. These are the variable names which I am giving. Okay. So we have to write like this. Clear? You just remember this step alone. Okay.
Mhm.
Is that fine? This is the way how we will do write a code to forcible action. Okay. We have to use JavaScript executor. Okay. Even in interview, somebody asks, okay, do you know how to perform forcible actions? Then you can tell, okay, using JavaScript executor, I will do. Okay.
What is JavaScript executors?
This is one of the method which we are having. Okay. To Selenium is providing this additional information. Okay. Where we can use to inform the driver to do some actions, some forcibly actions. Okay.
Okay.
So we are telling here which element, and we are using this JavaScript executor, and we are telling that information through this variable. Okay. So now using this executor, this is a variable. Okay. JavaScript executor variable. So using this telling dot execute script. Okay. On, so here it is accepting two. One is, so this is a string. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is some arguments. Okay. So here you have to tell arguments of, so this is a syntax, how it works. Dot click, and here we have to give the on the driver this element, and here we have to give this in double quotes. So this is a format. Even if you Google, you will get the format. So here now if I run, this element belongs to which object? Sorry, this element variable belongs to web element UDR. Yes or no?
Yeah.
When I was giving directly the UDR, it was unable to do the action. When I was giving UDR, it was unable to do the action. Yes or no?
Yes.
So now what I am telling, hey driver, do some forcible actions. Okay. For that, what we are doing, first we are giving this information about that particular web element to a variable called, you can give here any name, X, Y, Z, no problem. Okay. I'm just giving some name unique like element. Okay. And then I'm giving the data type because it is a web element. Okay. And then I'm telling, I'm creating a JavaScript executor. Why? Because I have to do some forcible actions. Okay. And then I'm executing here. So now I will run, we will see what happens. See, yes or no? It was able to perform action
Yes.
on UDR. Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
even see, I will just remove this block of code. And then I will just give this code alone. We will see what happens now. So I'm giving now normal. I'm not forcing the driver to click on that element. Okay. See, some elements in the application will not work normally. Then because of some restrictions only this is happening. Okay. In our applications, generally we don't find. If we find something, then no problem. Okay. You can use this concept. Okay.
Yeah.
See, it is unable to do action on even on XSR also we are unable to do. Yes or no?
Yes.
So we will try now that I will give here. I will comment this. I will give XSR. We will see what happens. SXR. So now we are telling here driver do some forcible actions on this element which is matching the value of SXR. See, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Good that using this we learned how to do some force actions also. Okay, we have to just use this too. First we have to declare a variable for that web element, and then we have to inform that we have to use JavaScript executor, and then we have to execute that. Okay, clear?
Yeah. In that, the string arguments of 0.click, is that same for all the or?
Yeah, yes. Anything. Whenever you are using forcible action, it remains same. Okay. Only this one
Only
you
the
have to change.
element. Yeah,
Web
okay.
element information alone you have to change, on which element you have to do some force actions. Okay.
Okay.
Now, see. Now, for example, I want to select a different city from different city to some different city. In that case, what we have to do each time we have to change. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Instead of that, can we write a method and then we call the method? Can we
Yeah.
write?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. How to write a method? So this is one element. Okay.
Okay.
So this remains same, clicking. Okay. After clicking, we have to, so these two statements we have to pass in a method and then we can call.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Then how to do? So I will, even I can take this also. I will copy. For example, you know how to do force apply actions also. I will comment this. I will just pass it here some MAA and BLR. Okay. So I can send you this, or I will remove this only. I will place this code only. I will create a method. Okay. Because the driver is there, right? So we have to create the method after driver. Okay. Public void I'm just giving something name as places. Okay. So here there are two. How many? Ideally, how many are there? For example, I'll just comment this. I'll just pass basic. I will show you this one. So here, every time I am running, I want to select different country, different states. In that case, which one values I have to change? These two values, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
These are the values which are hard coded in my script. Okay, so I don't want this one. When I run this for 10 times also, it will select only this. But I don't want only this. I want different places to select each time. So in this case, I can create two arguments. String from city. Okay, one more as string to city.
City.
Okay, so now whenever I call this method, I have to pass two arguments. One is from city, one is to city. So I can remove this. Okay,
It's from city.
you can give like this, but see, but generally how we were doing, we are just giving like this. Yes or no? We used to pass the variables like this.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yes, sir.
This is how we used to pass, right?
Yes.
But here, if you see the from cities, it contains only BLR. BLR means it is only the attribute value.
Yeah.
So the from city, whatever we are passing, belong to city, whatever we're passing, only this. But we want the whole thing. Yes or no? Because
Yes.
the from city and to city, whatever we pass in the method is only the city name. But that city name is not a variable, the whole variable, because it is a value of the XPath. Yes or no?
Yes.
If you pass like this, it will just look for XPath only BLR. But we
Yes.
want the whole XPath like this. So for that, how we can write is, so now we are going to learn how to write XPath with a variable. Okay, how to write XPath with a variable. So now this is the from city. Okay, so simple. So till now we are writing value is equal to, and in single quotes we are giving. Okay, so you just, this is the from city, you have to just write in double quotes, and then you have to just keep plus in front of this and outside. This is how we will write. Okay, because this is a string, we are keeping in double quotes. Okay, see, this is a single quotes, which is a syntax of XPath. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Inside that syntax, why we are keeping double quotes means the from city, whatever we are using, it is a string. Yes or no? Because see, we have declared it as a string. Because it is a string, we are giving in double quotes. Okay, so we are keeping the double quotes. Why we use this? Because it is a concatenation. So it is telling single quotes plus from city, because it is a string, we are giving in double quotes. Is it clear? If it is to city, you have to just use here, instead of from city, you have to use to city. Okay, we will now, I will just use this, copy. We have to use like this. Okay, clear? We have to use this in double quotes. Is it clear how I have written? Is it clear, or any doubts? Please tell me.
Oh, it's clear.
When we giving the variable name, we give it in a double quotes.
See,
Only to replace that in
this is our XPath, actual XPath. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now we have to give value is equal to BLR. Okay. What is BLR? For example,
Attribute value.
that is the attribute value. Okay.
Yeah.
We used to give that attribute value in a single code.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now we are replacing that attribute value with a variable, with an argument. Yes or no? Now we are changing that from a attribute value directly passing. We are passing a variable. So because it is a string, the variable is a string, I'm giving in double quotes. Okay. Because I'm using variable value, I have to use plus also, because it has to concatenate with this single quotes. Okay.
No, if we pass directly string, then only we have to give in double quotes, right?
Yeah.
Since
Yes,
we
yes.
are passing variable, we can give that name directly. Why double quotes again?
These double quotes, huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I will just, for example, I will just copy this. will give some. Or I can give a variable, for example, x is equal to like this. Okay, we'll see what happens. If you print this x is a
String.
Double quotes, yeah, I think here it is. Okay, now if I print x, I'll just comment this. Okay, now I'm just trying to print this and show you what value it will return. Okay,
Okay.
you don't want double quotes, we'll see what happens. Okay, so now this is the method which I have to call places. From where I have to call here, I have to call. Okay, I can create an object of this class. Using obj.
This is from city.
Here I can give double quotes PLR in double quotes MAA. Yeah, okay. So now when I'm calling this method with BLR and MAA, so this is the first argument, this is the second argument. Okay, so when it goes to this method, what is the first argument? This is from city. Second argument is to city. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
We'll see what it prints. See, it is printing a value. Let's see, it is not considering this as a variable because because whenever you are passing some string, okay, you have to pass that in double quotes. Okay.
Okay.
See, it is just considering a normal value. It is just considering it as normal value. And the value it is taking as plus from city.
Plus from city. Yes.
It is just considering as BLR. Instead of BLR, it is taking as
Yes.
plus from city. Okay. If I make it like this, we will see now. You can see the difference now. Okay. Now we will run. Now what it is taking?
BLR.
So if I don't use double quotes, it was taking, it was considering it as
Plus
String.
from city.
because it was not considering it as a variable. Okay.
Yes.
It was just considering, say, even you can the color change, you can see, yes or no?
Yes.
So it was just considering as normal value. And the value of this element, it was considering as plus from city. It was trying to find like this. Okay. But what we want to pass argument. So we have to always use that in double quotes. Okay.
Okay.
Is that clear? You are able to
Yes.
see the difference? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is how we can pass. Okay. So now here, what we have to do? We have to directly go and use like this. So this is one. This is for control send. Same way here, it will be 2 city. Okay. If I call this method, so I'm just passing the day, month and here. Okay. From the method. See, yes or no? For example, I want different methods, a different country. For example, BLR and GAY. We don't know BLR, GAY, BLR, GA. I can just change whenever I'm calling this value instead of each time changing the values. Yes or no? This is the beauty of the methods, right? Whenever we want, we can just change the values directly here. It is not working. Only Madras is working. I will give different AMD, or we can make that code enable. Or what we can do, we can place this code directly, and then we can pass that value here. Okay. Just slow. It is not working. Inside that method, I will just comment this because it is working only for Chennai alone. So here I can place this to city. Okay. Is it clear? So now you can pass any city, whatever you want. You understood this concept, whatever I taught?
Yeah.
Is that clear? Any doubts? Farhana, Rajni,
No. It's
Shravanti,
clear.
everything
No,
is
sir.
clear?
Yeah.
Sir, I have doubt, sir.
Yes, Rajni.
If you mentioned that if Selenium is unable to click one web element,
Correct.
at that time we use JavaScript executor.
Exactly. For doing
In
some
this-
forcible actions.
Yes, forcible action. So at that time, now we are passing the element, right, sir?
Mhm. Correct.
We,
So
we
we are
are
telling on
we
which
store the
element,
expert, sir.
we are telling now on which element it has to do some forcible actions. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Now here we store the XPath in one variable at the and while and we pass the parameters. There, how can we, if suppose Selenium is unable to click on that web element in this passing parameters, how can we use that forcible action, sir?
I didn't get your question. See, this is the web element.
Suppose
right?
instead of this, sir, we are using here in this, you pass the parameters as BLR and something, right?
True. Okay.
Those two are clickable elements. Selenium is able to select those elements from those corresponding cities.
Correct.
Two cities. If suppose that in two city,
Yeah,
whatever
correct.
you.
See, I'm using
Yeah.
this one. See, AMD was unable to select using this. Okay.
Okay.
So I commented this, and then I'm using that simple. I just pass this here. That's it. Because this is the value which I was using here also, right, earlier. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you can pass the same script here, and you can give the value as argument. You can pass that argument here. So it goes and sit here. Ultimately, it behaves the same. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Because as here, when I'm using direct script, it was unable to do action. So, okay. So here you can use anything now.
Yeah,
For example,
sure.
You can use any value. Okay. So now whenever you want to select from and to, you can call this method object.places, and then you can pass what values to and from you have to select. Okay.
Okay.
Clear, right, Rajni?
Yes, it's clear, sir.
Okay, fine. Good. Let it run. Okay, I will just. So now we have looked into a concept where how to handle drop downs. Okay, so there is one more drop down where it is auto suggestion drop down. Okay, we will look into that concept next. Okay, because it takes more time. So we will cover some small concepts regarding check boxes. Okay.
Okay.
Just close this. So here we can just call wherever we want. We can just call driver dot close. Okay, fine. So in our application, we saw there is check boxes. Huh? Chrome driver is starting. So this is how we will handle a drop down, static drop downs when there is no select. You can directly click on that and then inform to driver to click on which element you want inside that element. Okay. Okay, fine. Very good. I'll just close all this. So now we will look into how to handle checkbox. New class checkboxes. So now if you take the application, so we are having these checkboxes, yes or no? These are called the checkboxes. What is different between checkbox and radio button?
Video button, we can select only one of the two.
Okay.
In checkbox, we can select more than one.
Okay, in checkbox we can select multiple.
Yeah.
Okay, it will allow multiple. Okay, very good. So here now, first of all, if I want to select a checkbox, okay, if I want to select one checkbox, for example, this government employee, then I can go there directly. I can inspect. Yes or no? Okay, so this is the checkbox of government employee. Okay, because I want to select this specific checkbox. So what is the tag name?
Input. At
the rate ID. So it is having ID directly. I can use that ID. Okay. For example, I want to just highlight that. We'll see input at the rate ID is equal to. I'm just writing like this just to highlight. Okay. See, government employees highlighted. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. If I want to this one, senior citizen, then I can take the ID of this. See, it is highlighting. Okay. Now, when you want to tell to driver, after selecting from and to, select this checkbox. Okay, then how? 1 minute. So now what we have to do, we have to tell to driver, go and put a check mark to checkbox. Which checkbox? Whatever ID we give, it will go and put the checkbox to that. Okay. I will just create one more class at checkboxes, and there I'm in use the statement. Okay. Now, so now I will inform driver, go and put check marks to the senior citizen, and I will give this ID. Find element by dot ID dot click. Okay.
Okay.
I will run this. So now what my driver will do, my driver will blindly go and put that check mark to that ID wherever it is. Okay. Slow. But ideally, whenever you want to check all the options and click on one option, then what you have to do, you have to read each and every name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, when you see here, you are telling driver go and click on, for example, government employee, then it has to read family, friends, senior citizens, armed force, wherever it finds government employee, then he has to go and click on this checkbox.
Yeah.
Whenever we are giving the ID, it will directly go and click, correct? But here, it will not find it will not read all the elements. But we want a generic code. We have to write a generic code based on whatever value. Today you want, in your test case, you want government employees. So if you give the ID of government employees, directly it will go and click. Tomorrow you want to click on LTC fare. Okay. In that case, again, you have to give the ID of this LTC fare. If you want unaccompanied minor, then you have to give the ID of this. Yes or no? So whenever you are giving specific ID, then it will do the action on specific element. Okay. So we'll just stop and run this again. But now what I will show you is, if I can give the ID directly, it will go and click. But I don't want like this. I have to read every option of the checkbox. Okay, I have to read this option. See, it has selected senior citizen. Why? Because I have given the ID directly. Okay.
Okay.
But tomorrow I want my script to work for LTC. Then again I have to comment. Then again I have to give the ID of this LTC. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Then what I have to do again, I have to comment this.
You have to rewrite.
Like this, we have to give again. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, in one test case, again, I want some accompanying minor, or for example, armed forces. When I want armed forces, again, see, each time I have to comment. If I don't comment, it will not work. Like this, we have to give yes or no every time. Whenever I want select different checkbox. For example, when I run this, it will go and select defense, armed forces. Okay. And for every test case, I want different. Then instead of that, can we write a method?
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
I want to find all these names. Okay.
Okay.
And then click on the checkbox, the name which I'm passing in an argument. In that case, how we will do? Say I want to write only one script. Okay. Based on my argument, whatever I'm passing, it has to go and click on that particular checkbox. Here, I'm giving the IDs directly. Yes or no? Then only
Yeah.
it is working. But I don't want like this. I want to create a method. Whatever value I'm passing, it has to take and click on that.
Okay.
Can you try and tell me tomorrow? You understood my question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rajni, Farhana,
Yes,
Tazin,
sir.
did you understand my question?
Yes.
Yes.
What I'm telling? So I'm giving here directly, okay?
Yes.
When I'm giving directly, it will go and
Dynamically,
click
you have
here.
to pass.
But I want to pass this as in a method. I have to,
Yes.
okay? I have to put this one line in a method, and then you have to call a method, and that method should have a argument based on the value whatever you're passing. For example, I will pass like LTC fare. Then it has to go on check marks here. When I call the method, if I'm giving student, it has to go and put check mark here. If I calling a method and telling senior citizen, then it has to put check mark here. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yes.
try. Then
Yeah.
we will see that concept tomorrow. Okay. So now today you are going to install the crow path also. Okay. And then see how you can validate the XPath using crow path. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes. Sir.
Yeah. Okay. We'll stop the session here, and then tomorrow we will continue here by seeing how to write a generic code. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, then fine. You try. We will see tomorrow. Okay. Bye. Have a nice day.
Yeah.